chat. Bro, this shit just happened, gang. So I want y'all to, before I actually explain what happened, I'm going to put you in this hypothetical scenario, okay? Oh, if you think your life is bad, just know there is somebody out there who attempted to take his own life, was hospitalized for a couple of days, came home just to find out his girlfriend got piped by his mans. Chat, it's such an evil world we live in. It's such an evil world we live in. Not funny. It's like I'm not smiling because I think it's funny. That's pure shock. That's pure. This is no, it's not me. It's not me. It didn't happen to me. Bro, Sosa did this to somebody. Bro, my security went rogue. So look, bro. Chat, security, he in the military, right? He just enlisted into the military, all right? So when you enlist into the military, you got basic training. So he was doing his basic training and shit. But his sergeants, they was like, yeah, this is your first time away from your families for the holidays. We're gonna give you this 2-week break. Go back to your families, do what you gotta do, and then you guys will come back to basic training. So Sosa come back from basic training. I pick him up from the airport and shit. I'm happy as hell. I'm like, all right, my man's finally here. Let's go. But look, the first week that he gets here, he has some other business that he has to attend to. You know what I'm saying? He got his basketball team that he's pretty close friends with, and then he got his actual family. You know what I'm saying? So he pull up over there. He's kicking it with his family, and then eventually he starts kicking it with his basketball friends. Now, there's this one friend. We're going to call him. What we gonna call him? Chat. What's a name that start with V? What's a name that start with V? Why y'all timing people out? Vermin. Yo, this dude said Vincent. That's actually funny as hell. But now we gonna call him Vermin. I like Vermin. All right. So Vermin. I'm gonna call this man Vermin. Vermin is the victim of this story. Okay. So Vermin and security, you could say that they're pretty close. You know what I'm saying? They are friends. They're in the friend group. Now, this friend group came together because of college basketball. They all played college basketball together. As you know, relationships tend to get deep over sports. You know what I'm saying? So once security leaves out to the military, once he comes back, he starts getting all of this information about shit that's been going on while he was gone. So apparently, bro, this nigga Vermin jumped off the porch and just started being weird, just acting strange, acting not out of character, but it's his character times 10, right? He just been saying a whole bunch of weird shit, beating on his girlfriend, goddamn, trying to take himself off the map. Apparently, the day that security came back from the military, that nigga tried to take his life with Windex. That nigga drunk a bottle of Windex and tried to take himself off the planet. Now, when somebody does something like that, you can assume they don't really want to take themselves off the planet. I mean, why, bro? Windex? Seriously, my nigga? Like, that's not really something that I've personally heard of. Like, it's somebody like, ugh, I hate life. I don't want to be here anymore. They don't usually go ahead and drink some Windex. So, of course, it didn't work. I mean, he went to the hospital. They're like, yeah, you got stomach poisoning. You drank Windex. But, of course, he didn't die. Which apparently that was the goal. I don't know. But he drank some Windex, whatever. He just been on weird shit, right? So, security, he kicking it with them, whatever. They having a regular hangout. They had like a coffee shop or some shit. Now, If y'all see me pausing or anything, it's because I got to think of all of the details because I've only heard this story one time and it's not even my story time. So, like, I got to really think about what this guy was telling me so I could put it all into perspective for you guys. But they at the coffee shop, right? And Vermin, he on some weird shit, right? Everybody is they're kicking it, they're all having a good time, everybody's laughing, smiling. Cause once again, security just came back from the military, bro. They missed him. But Vermin, he on some weird shit. Face like this the whole time. So everybody, they kind of just paying Vermin no mind. Cause it's like, we not gonna let you kill the vibes, you know what I'm saying? We all kicking it, bro. Let's have fun. So eventually Vermin's like, I'm going on a walk. Right? Vermin go on this walk. Now at the time, nobody knows why he is going on this walk. So I'm gonna spoil it for you guys. Bro, that nigga tried to take himself off the map again. It's not funny. Where were you when this happened? This not my friend group. Security, that's my man's. We got our friend group. Security got a separate friend group. So he kicking it with them. I'm not cool with them. I mean, I'm like, I know them. We're cool, but that's not my friend group. So I don't kick it with them. I didn't say where, I said where. Oh shit. Were you there when this happened? Nah. Nah, I wasn't there. I misread the shit out that. But yeah, chat. That nigga, bro, Vermin tried to take himself off the planet again. So while they're at this coffee shop having fun and he's sitting there mad as hell, I'm going on a walk. They just paid it no mind. They're like, all right, you just gonna get some fresh air. And now he went to go purchase some shit from a gas station that he could overdose on, right? So I don't remember the name of what he purchased, right? But apparently his girlfriend had this conversation with him, right? He was like, yeah, my uncle overdosed and died off of this pill that you could get at a gas station. It's called blank. And I guess he took that and said, oh, wow, I could go to this gas station and buy this shit. Yeah, I'm about to go buy it and take myself off the planet. So I guess that's what he went and did. He goes to the gas station. He buys a bunch of these whatever. Then he comes back. So when he comes back into the coffee shop, he's moving mad urgent. He's like, does somebody have a drink? Somebody have a drink? Does somebody, anybody, do you have a drink? Let me drink this. And security, he was about to go give him a drink. But he said, never mind. I forgot I spit in my drink. So Vermin's like, fuck. So then Vermin goes up to the counter. He buys a water. Drinks the water. Go. Right? So then everything goes back to normal. Nobody realizes what exactly he did. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows. So once again, everybody goes back to talking. They just kicking it, having fun. Now, at this point, chat, Vermin is unconscious. Vermin is no longer with us. I mean, he's alive, but he's unconscious. But nobody's paying him no mind because the entire time they've been in this coffee shop, he was just being angry as hell. Not responding to nobody, okay? Bro, how? I told y'all. Make sure you're locked in, bro. Lock in with the story. Lock in with what I'm telling you guys. He went on a walk to go get these pills so he could overdose. That's why. So that shit made him pass out. But once again, nobody is paying him no mind because he was being angry as hell the entire time. So as they're talking, whatever, he knocked out. He's asleep. Feel bad for Vermin. Hey, this not the end of it. So eventually, one of Vermin's old coaches walks into the coffee shop. Matter of fact, it was his old coach's wife. She walked into the coffee shop. So now they see that. They're like, yo, Vermin, look who it is. Vermin. They tapping on Vermin. Nigga, Vermin not responding. Start smacking that nigga face. Vermin. Wake up, nigga. So now Vermin girlfriend. Pour some water in his face. Smack that nigga. Vermin. The nigga not waking up. So they're just confused as hell. They're like, bro, what the hell is going on? So nobody really thought to call the police immediately at this point. They're just like, you know what? Let's just carry him over to the crib, right? So security gets up. He picks Vermin up. He like, nah, I'm not about to pick this nigga up, cause it's all dead weight. Yeah, he's actually unconscious. So when somebody is unconscious and their full body weight is just hanging, they're going to be really heavy. You know what I'm saying? So then at this point, they're like, yeah, bro, it's time. We just gotta go ahead and call 911. Your viewers have no empathy. I'm not even reading the chat right now, bro. But like I said, at this point, Vermin, he's unconscious. They go ahead and call the cops. Now apparently he start like twitching and shit, like eyes rolling behind the back, like twitching on some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So now they kind of just got his head propped up, just comforting him, making sure that he's comfortable even though he's unconscious. So eventually the ambulance get there, they pick Vermin up, take him to the hospital, right? Now, once he gets to the hospital, bro, they're able to make him wake up. So now he's up and alive, right? And he kind of wakes up just like spazzing. So in my form of the story, right, I'm kind of telling it, showing you the bad side of what Vermin was going through, right? But I'm not giving y'all the full picture. So at this point, everybody's kind of tired of Vermin because he's just, what he's doing, the way he's acting, it's not being caused by anyone, right? So when somebody is mentally deranged, they kind of do things and they just make the people around them feel worse. Vermin isn't going through anything that could really cause him to act like this. Like, he doesn't have a job. He left his mother's house after cussing her out and calling her a bitch for no reason. Actually, not for no reason. His mom has a rule and set where he is not allowed to come home past 12:30 a.m. And if he does come home past 12:30 a.m., just text her and tell her, okay, I'm coming home late. I guess that rule was too much for him. So he just got mad and started cussing at his mom. Now keep in mind, he cusses at his mom. He ended up living with his girlfriend, right? He doesn't have no job. He freeloads off of his girlfriend. And he don't do nothing for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not making no money. He doesn't clean the crib. He doesn't do shit. He just sits there, does nothing. She comes home. She busts her ass. She provides for him, pays for his meals, does all types of shit, whatever, right? Now, apparently, there's this one situation. I don't know much of it. This is just what was told to me. He smacked his girlfriend in the face while she was driving and started coming crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vermin's not innocent, okay? Let's just put it that way. Vermin is not an innocent guy, you know? He just keeps apparently trying to take himself off the map. So I'm putting quotations around it because he's doing things that isn't gonna actually harm him. Now the pill thing, you're probably thinking, yo, what? I mean, he got a bunch of pills. He tried to overdose. It wasn't a harmful dosage. He wasn't actually gonna die from that. So he's doing things to like get himself hospitalized, but he isn't actually trying to end himself, you know? So that's kind of why everybody around him is just sick of it. Cause it's happened 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, once one thing happens, it's like, oh my God, what the hell? So you're gonna be super concerned. The second time, a little more concerned, but it's like, all right, what's going on? At this point, I think you're making it up. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. The third time, you know what I'm saying? Now you're just getting tired of it. Like, bro, you need help. Get help. So look, if you try to eliminate yourself 3 times, the third time when you go to the hospital, right? You're going to need mental evaluation, like a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever the hell. Somebody's going to come and talk to you and see if you're mentally fit to even go back out into the real world. So usually that's a process. He came back out in 2 days. So once again, that shows you, is there really something wrong with this guy? Maybe. But clearly, he's cool enough to convince a psychologist. Fake ass, bro. All right, shut the fuck up. Yo, wallahi, this happened. Wallahi. Wallahi. On everything I know and love. Yes, this happened. This is a real story. It is not my story. It happened to a friend. Shut your ass up. What's good, Sophia? Bounce, stop smiling. I'm not smiling, bitch. What are you? Bro, shut up. Anyways, where am I even at? Right. So he hospitalized, right? But once again, Vermin, he just doesn't treat the people in his life with respect, specifically the women. Specifically the women, okay? So his girlfriend walks in, and his girlfriend is with a friend. We're going to call this friend, what are you going to call her? We're going to call her Vanessa, right? We're going to call the girlfriend's friend Vanessa, and we're going to call the girlfriend Amelia, okay? So Vanessa and Vermin, they were getting into it the day before. Y'all know the F slur, right? They were all kicking it at his crib, okay? Or not at his crib, somebody's crib, right? It was just like a little kickback, a little hangout. So Vermin and Vanessa, they argue. Apparently, that's their relationship. You know, they just tend to argue back and forth. And during this argument, Vanessa called Vermin the F slur. Now, Vermin is one of those guys who constantly makes gay jokes, you know, just saying all that shit. So that is exactly why Ban Sophia, what are y'all talking about, bro? Yo, y'all are saying nonsense in the chat. What, bro? Oh my god, I just got so off course. I might have to hide my chat. Y'all are actually losing me. Anyways, Vermin, Vanessa, they getting into it, right? Vanessa called Vermin the F slur. Like, yo, you up? Stop talking like that, nigga. Right? Vermin get mad as fuck. Vermin like, yo, she not gonna talk to me like that. She not gonna talk to me like that. Nah. So he starts spazzing on his girlfriend. Yo, Amelia, you gonna let Vanessa talk to me like that? You go. Right? So he started giving everybody the silent treatment. So this might be what kickstarted. No, it's not might. That's what made him so mad. So make sure y'all are locked in with all of the details of the story. Remember, the coffee shop, he was mad as hell. He carried the anger from that night into the coffee shop, and that's when he tried to take himself off the map. It all connects, right? So now he's in the hospital. He wakes up. It's Vanessa and Amelia. They together. He wake up, he look at Vanessa. Then he look at Amelia. That nigga say, yo, why is Vanessa in this hospital room with me right now? Yo, get up, you know what I'm saying? He just starts spazzing on him. Yo, get the hell out, get out, this, that, and the third. What the hell is wrong? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Just going crazy. Now, they leave, okay? And then they switch. Now it's security, and it's another guy. We're gonna call the guy who's with security. Shit, we're gonna call him Bound Kirk. So security walk in with Bound Kirk. Now, like I said, Vermin, he gets angry with the women in his life. But he never spazzes out on the men. So security, Bound Kirk, walking the spot. You know what I'm saying? They chopping it up with him. He's all smiling. He's all laughing. This, that, and the third. Right? So security telling me like, bro, you got to stop acting like this, gang. You know what I'm saying? Make a change, bro. Apologize to them. Apologize to your girl. Apologize to Vanessa, bro. You got to turn a new leaf. Right? So eventually he ends up doing that. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Shit, cool. Feel what I'm saying? But then, fast forward even more. His mom is at the hospital with him. Everybody else, they go ahead and leave. After they leave, Vermin ends up calling his girlfriend. He said, yo, my mom asked you if you could bring me some food. She left the hospital. So it just that doesn't make sense, right? You're telling us your mother, who was in the hospital with you, left the hospital and told you to call your girlfriend and ask for food. It was just a lie, whatever, right? So niggas just start this. Hold on, this area of the story is a little foggy because once again, this is not my story. I'm retelling it from my friend's perspective. So I'm going to skip a little bit, right? Vermin still in the hospital. His girlfriend mad at Vermin, right? So now it's security and Amelia. Keep in mind, remember the nicknames. Amelia is Vermin's girlfriend. So Amelia's telling security, yo, Vermin's done. I'm done with him after this. He can't be my boyfriend. This, that, and the third. I can't do this no more. I can't. So while she's venting to security, security is kind of just comforting her, just comforting her and being there for her. Okay. Now, this is security's words verbatim. This is what he said word to word for word. He said, yo, bro, I've been in basic training surrounded by men for the last month and a half. Right? Now look, when you surrounded by all of these men, you just want a woman, right? You just want something. Anything. He not even beating his meat. He not doing nothing. He can't have no sort of interaction with his cock. So he's trying to go crazy. She start rubbing up all on his chest and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cuddling, doing all types of shit. One thing led to another. That nigga start fucking. Your fan is triggering my ears. It's not my fan, it's my ring light. I didn't even know you guys could hear that. I'm supposed to have voice cancellation. But yeah, chat, right? So lock in. Vermin hospital. Vermin's girlfriend. Mad at Vermin. Done with Vermin. Now, Vermin's girlfriend, security, hanging out. The whole friend group is hanging out. Keep in mind, the whole friend group is intertwined. Okay? So yeah, even though Vermin is in the hospital, they're still all hanging out. With his girlfriend included. Because it's all a big friend group. So while they're in the crib, just all vibing, it ended up being Vermin's girlfriend and security all alone. Now, in security's head, he horny as hell. He just yearning for some pussy. He's just trying to do anything for some pussy. So he start justifying it in his head. Nah, Vermin be beating on her, doing all this shit. She's saying she's done. I might as well just fuck. And that's what he did. Keep in mind, Vermin's in the hospital. Whatever. But security, he is just justifying this by saying, bro, Vermin been on some bullshit. Vermin, he not treating her right. They not even dating right now. They on a break or whatever. They're not gonna get back together. Uh uh. Little did he know, which he should have known this. So hold on. Let me put a few disclaimers. No matter what the circumstances, if you call somebody your friend, if they're dating somebody, you don't mess with them. That's regular. That's number one bro code. You don't, you never mess with your man's. Don't do that. If your man's is dating somebody and he really truly cares about her, whatever the situation is, you don't date her. You don't do that. You don't crack her. You don't do none of that. Right? But especially if you know they in a toxic relationship and they're off and on, they're going back to each other, leaving each other, going back to each other, leaving each other. You should not have ever thought, oh wow, they're on a break, so I'm gonna crack. It doesn't matter if they're on a break. It doesn't matter if she says, I'm done with him. None of that matters. You don't touch that woman. You don't do it. Right? So he ends up cracking. And it's no remorse. He doesn't care. She doesn't care. So Vermin's still in the hospital, right? They still seeing each other. They doing all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? They didn't end up having sex again after that. But they were going to. They were going to. They were in somebody else's crib. Yo, Bound, I respect you, but I don't know what the fuck you're saying, not gonna lie. That just means you're not actually paying attention. Like, hold on. Let me make sure, like, I'm pretty sure this guy's just a moron. Like, y'all are not lost, right? You guys understand all the sequence of events and how we got to this point. Because I see people in the chat saying, like, they understand what's going on. They're like, yeah, he actually, feel me? Okay, yeah, so y'all understand. All right, so you just need to pay better attention. And you just made me lose track. All right, yeah. So they end up having sex, whatever. They did their thing. And it wasn't like a type of thing where it was like, oh, we should not have done that. No, they were gonna do it again. But the crib that they were in wasn't theirs, and the person's crib that they walked into, like, they basically, while they was about to get Nikki again the day after, somebody had walked in like, hey, is anybody home? So then they had to wrap up real quick. Didn't happen, okay? So fast forward now, 2 days. Vermin is out of the hospital. See, they thought that Vermin was going to be in the hospital for a long time because remember, I told you guys, he's tried to take himself off the map 3 times. So at that point, you need psychiatric evaluation. Is this guy safe to go back into society? Is he just going to do this again? Apparently, they determined that he was okay. He can go back into society. So 2 days later, he comes out. Now, after this 2 days is up, bro, Vermin and Amelia, bro, they right back with each other. They at Vermin, well, not at Vermin. They at Amelia's grandmother's house. She's sucking Vermin dick in the bathroom and shit, having sex with him, doing all types of shit. That is his girlfriend. That is her boyfriend. They're right back to it, like nothing happened. Nothing happened. Whoa, too much details. Y'all need to know this. Because keep in mind, Amelia was just having sex with security. Now, Vermin back out. She having sex with Vermin and they boyfriends. Keep in mind, they boyfriend and girlfriend. Keep in mind, Amelia said Vermin is forever done. We not getting back together, I promise you. She went right back to him and pretended like nothing happened. Acted like nothing happened. So now, yo, bro, once I get to the, bro, my stomach start turning, bro. I'm like, bro, now look, I was on security. Yo, security is, I told, yo, no matter, so keep in mind, like, bro, Vermin be cheating on her. Vermin be doing all of this shit. Look, Everybody in this situation is horrible. They're all L human beings, right? They're all disgusting. But keep in mind, Vermin slapped her in the face while she was driving, cheats on her, does all of this shit. Like, he's been doing her bad for the longest. So, let me explain. Prior to this situation, prior to her cheating on him, she never did nothing bad to him. She's only cared for him, bought him stuff, made sure that he was in a home, just taking care of him as if she was his mother, right? And during all of this, she just kind of endured all of the abuse, all of the physical, emotional abuse. Like, bro, Vermin is not a good guy. Vermin is not a good guy. He's doing her dirty. But if you have respect for yourself, you're going to just leave that situation. Just because somebody is doing you dirty, that doesn't give you the right to go ahead and do them dirty back. That's immature. Real grown adults leave situations like that. You don't entertain that. That's kid shit. But she went and had sex with security. And security, you not shit, security. Because you're saying that is your friend, right? That's your man's. That's your friend. No matter what he does to his girl, no matter what she says, you're never supposed to involve yourself with that. Never. There's no tolerance, no excuse. As a man, you don't do that, gang. And I took so that is his friend group, right? And then there's our friend group. Now, I told him, I'm like, bro, niggas can't trust you around a bitch. We can't. We can't. He's like, bro, you know I would never do that to y'all, bro. Our group chat is La Familia, right? You know what I'm saying? You like, bro, La Familia, you good, bro? That could never happen. But regardless, there's, of course, when you have different friend groups, right, chat? When you have different friend groups, of course, there's going to be a friend group that's a little higher on the pedestal, a friend group that's a little lower on the pedestal. But the pedestal doesn't matter because it's just simple principles, right? No matter how high or low on the pedestal is, if I consider you some sort of friend, if I interact with you in a way that I don't interact with others, that means I can never do you bad. It's all the same. And that's what I told him, bro. That's still my man's no matter what, bro. That's really my brother. So I'm going to stick with him no matter what you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to let him know, bro, that was some weird shit that you did, bro. That was weird as hell. Like, I lost respect for you, gang. I lost respect for that. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect no man that does that. But, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, like I said, Vermin get out of the hospital. They back to being boyfriend and girlfriend. Like nothing happened. Nothing. And the whole friend group, they're hanging out. This, that, and the third. Now at this point, the entire friend group doesn't know. Only 2 people know. Outside of security and Amelia, right? The other 2 people that know is Amelia's friend, Vanessa, and there's a guy that Vanessa is messing with that was Bound Kirk, right? So Bound Kirk, Vanessa, Amelia, security. Those are the 4 people. Now there's there's like 4 other people in the friend group. 2 of them are currently in Pennsylvania. The other 2 are not in Pennsylvania, right? But they're still a part of the friend group. So eventually, security go ahead and tell Bound Kirk, hey, bruh, we just had to, you know what I'm saying? We had to use a nickname. Bound Kirk was the first name I seen, so I was just like, all right, Bound Kirk. But nah. So eventually, security tells the 2 people in this friend group that are actually in Pennsylvania. Now, the reason I say this is so messed up, right, is because they're all at a movie theater together, kicking it, just having fun, being a friend group. Bro, this dude's security told one of the other people in the friend group that he had sex with Vanessa while Vanessa and Vermin were sitting right next to each other. holding hands on some relationship shit. So I told him, I'm like, bro, at this point, you're playing in this guy's face. Like, you're actually your real life messed up for that. Like, think about it. Think about it. You're telling everybody in the friend group, and you're not telling Vermin. So now everybody knows, and they're just watching him be in this relationship, making himself look like a fool. No, like nobody is telling him. Nobody's telling him. And see, to me, bro, that's a fake friend group. You're telling me the whole friend group knows, and not a single person told him? Bro, if in my friend group, if one of my mans is look, and I wanna just make this very clear. This shit, this, you know what I'm saying? It can't happen. I can never see something like this happening. But let's say one of the bros do one of the other bros grimy, and then come to me and say, yo, bro, I just violated what's his name. Don't say nothing yet though. Bro, I'm telling that nigga immediately, and we gonna handle that. If you did some grimy shit, get your ass out the group. It's no place for that backdoor shit. Not fucking with you. But nobody in the friend group did that. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Everybody in the group knows. Now, remember I told you Vermin has been acting crazy. Even before all of this happened. Right? So they been wanted to have a group meeting about Vermin. But they never had this group meeting. It was always put off because Vermin didn't want to address the nonsense and the bullshit that he's been on. But eventually, they're like, yo, Vermin, it's time to have this meeting. So they make a big ass group call. The whole group chat is in there. They add up Vermin, and Vermin, once again, he doesn't really want to talk. He doesn't want to have this meeting. So I want you guys to understand this. While Vermin is in the call, his girlfriend is right next to him. They're in bed together. They're at her house, right? But Vermin, he doesn't want to talk to them, bro. He's like, yo, I'm not trying to have this conversation, bro, because he knows they're going to address the bullshit that he's been on. So he just leave. He doesn't want to talk to them. So at that point, the main reason for having this whole group call is because security is going to confess that he had sex with his girlfriend, okay? But because Vermin is not talking, he doesn't even get the chance to say anything to him. So then security just texts Vermin. He's like, bro, I had sex with your girlfriend. That's why we have this group call going on right now. So now Vermin look down at his phone. He like, what? So he does a complete 180. Instead of, nah, bro, I don't want to talk. I'm not trying to be here leaving the calls and shit. He gets right into the call immediately. He like, yo, what you talking about? Yo, you lying? Nah, that's not true. This didn't happen. This didn't happen. What the hell? Right? Now, Vermin girlfriend is like, he's lying. He's lying. No, it's not true. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. She's putting it on everything. She's like, I swear he is not telling the truth. Now security like, bro, wallahi. Like security, he putting it on his dad's. He doing all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So then after like 10 minutes of going back and forth, Vermin is like, because remember, I told you, it was two people who knew about it at the start. It was two people who were there when she got cracked. It was Vanessa, and it was the man that Vanessa is messing with, Bound Kirk. So Vermin like, Bound Kirk, did this happen? Bound Kirk like, yeah, it happened. All right, Vermin like, yo, Vanessa, is it true? Vanessa's like, yeah, it's true. So now Vermin got Bound Kirk, Vanessa, security, all saying, yes, she got fucked. She got fucked. So they watched it happen. No, they didn't watch it happen. They were in the same crib though, so like they heard it. You know what I'm saying? And like they both walked out. Like they heard it. You know what I'm saying? They not on the weird. Like they weren't in the room like on some corner shit just camping. But like, bro, when you in the crib with people who get humpy, like you know they get humpy. You feel what I'm saying? So Vermin gets confirmation, And then Vermin's girlfriend, Amelia, she finally dropped the act. Like, yeah, it did happen. But I was crying. I was crying right after. I felt bad. Now she wasn't full on like bawling her eyes out, but like security did tell me like her eyes were a little watery after they was done. So then Vermin's like, so he raped you. I said it with a G. He raped you. Now look, bro, she could have took the easy way out. So she didn't want this shit? No, 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 that's not what it was. That's not what it was. She did. Because remember, chat, I told you, the day after, they was going to get humpy again. And she initiated it. Keep in mind, she initiated it. She was rubbing on him, doing all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Start kissing on his neck. She initiated it. She was just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how women are. Bro, women do dumb shit and then, like, they just, you know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point, right? She could have took, oh my God. She could have said security raped her. No disrespect, but you're either making this shit up or you got some insane memory, because how the fuck you know the whole story? Bro, I pay attention. I pay attention. If somebody's telling me a story, bro, and like immediately, because bro, obviously he know I make content, bro. So like he's telling me this shit, and I'm like, bro, I'm telling my stream this immediately. Like, yo, this is crazy as hell. So I'm listening to the story with the intent on trying to remember every single detail so I could come back and tell you guys. That's why. Okay. So where was I just at? This shit fake gang. I already said wallahi this happened. Alright. Chat, where was I at? Where was I at? Fuck, bro, you just made me lose my train of thought. Chat, what was I just saying? They're in the group. Right, yes, the grape, yes. So Vermin is like, so Vermin's girlfriend's like, yeah, well, I mean, I was crying after. I felt bad. So Vermin's like, so he raped you then. In that moment, she could have ended this nigga security life. She could have ended his life. And you would think that she would go that route because she already tried to lie and say it didn't happen. So that was the perfect opening, chat. That was the perfect opening. Scapegoat, make security look like he's a horrible, he's already a horrible guy. But she could have made it seem like security forced himself onto her, did all of this shit. But she didn't. She didn't. And I'll give her props. I'll give her, because if I was in the situation, if I was her, I would have said he did that shit. The fuck? I don't care. I would have said he did it. That's just me personally. I would have said he did it. But she didn't, which was good. She admitted. Question mark, question mark. Now I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, if I was her, like, no. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But like, bro, be honest. No, bro, no. If you're a girl though, you like, bro, you gotta put yourself in, like, not you being the human that you are. Like, not you being NY civilian, not you being one sog, not you being Dooley. As if you were her. Me, personally, that's not in my character. But if I was her, I would have done it. But she didn't do it. So I applaud her. That was good. She admitted to it. Okay? So at that point, now Vermin is mad as hell. Vermin like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, security, you gotta see me, bro. We gotta shoot the 30. You know what I'm saying? He just like, you feel me? And security, bro, once again, he's playing in his face, bro. This dude is laughing. Security's just laughing. He's like, girl, I'm not gonna fight you, bro. And like the friend group, bro, they laughing at this nigga. They like, bro, security would beat the shit out of you. They just laughing in his face, but he real life mad, bro. My nigga, he tried to end himself. Was hospitalized, came home to what he thought was a loving girlfriend, and realized his man's fucked her. Gang, he's mad as hell. He real life wants to fight. But once again, niggas just playing in his face. Long story short, He ended up leaving the call. He blocked everybody in the call. And apparently, he's still with the girl. Now, he isn't in good standing with his mother because he cussed her out and did all that shit. And he tried to live with some other people. He got kicked out of their home. So she really is the only, like, keep in mind, no job, no nothing. So after all of that, bro, shout out to that nigga Carl Anthony Towns, bro. I can't even say after all that, bro. That nigga cat gay as hell. Bro. That nigga said after all that. That's the same shit as like accidentally saying 6'7", bro. Like, soon as you like say those combination of words, bro, like that nigga cat just start popping up in my brain. But nah, like after that happened, keep in mind, he has no job, no home, no nothing. This woman is her only way, or is his only way of living, okay? So I'm not sure if he just forgave her. It's sad to say, bro, but like, bro, a lot of women, like, the control that they have over a man, like, they're very good at gaslighting. You know what I'm saying? Very good at manipulation. That's what they do. So I don't know if she manipulated this dude and that's why he's still there. Cause immediately, bro, you gotta get up and leave. Like, I don't care what your living situation is, what your financial situation, bro. You can't stay there, bro. That's embarrassing as hell. She played with you, gang. But at the end of the day, like, without her, he's nothing. So I could see him just playing his role just so he doesn't lose a place. But I don't know. Or maybe he's just so mad. Because I told him, like, I told security, like, bro, you are to me, in my eyes, bro, you the worst nigga in this situation. You are the worst person in this situation, bro. Nobody is worse than you. So it could be where, like, Vermin is just so mad at security and so infuriated that he doesn't even have enough anger at his girlfriend to want to leave. Now, once again, I'm mad at both of them. I'm leaving. Everybody's cut off. The whole friend group. Her, him, everybody. I don't care. I guess I'm going to live alone. I'm going to make new friends. I'll find somebody different. I'm not going to involve myself with these people. But once again, he's different. I don't know what's going through his mind. Hold on. I'm gonna address the chat after this. Story time basically it has come to an end. The only thing left that I have to say is there hasn't been any contact between them, but they still had him on Life 360, so that's how they know that they were still together. And the only thing is, chat, his sister, I said his sister, what the fuck am I saying? His girlfriend has already been beat by him on all of this shit, and he's tried to end his life. I told security, bro, I'm like, this is a situation where, like, this guy could actually, like, eliminate her and then eliminate himself. Like, that's actually, like, a viable situation. Like, that genuinely could happen. Like, he was laughing and shit, bro. I was saying that with the utmost of seriousness. Like, think about situations like that. Like, you try to end yourself, you come back and find out that your girlfriend had sex with your friend. Bro, you have every reason to eliminate her and eliminate chat. We've seen this on the news. We've seen shit like this happen all the time, bro. That's real life shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, this could get ugly, eh? Like, this could be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you treating this shit as if it's a joke, bro. He could eliminate her, find you, eliminate you, and then eliminate himself. Triple homicide. And it's all your fault. But that's really the end of the story, bro. That's the end of the story. That shit, like, bro, when he broke this whole shit down to me, when did this happen? This all happened recently. You look like you're either really British or from Atlanta, Georgia. You saying anything. Can you recap it? All right. So I'll recap it really quick. Essentially, security. not say security. My friend came home from the military, linked up with his other friend group. One of the members of this other friend group tried to end his life. At this point, he's in the hospital. My friend is comforting his girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend have sex. And he comes home, finds out, everything goes to shit. I don't know, bro. Like, you just like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post a VOD, bro. I'm gonna post a VOD. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, it's such a long story with like a lot of details. So like, just to fully understand everything, it just makes more sense if you watch it from the start to the beginning so you fully understand it. But nah, chat. Can we exile Sosa from this community? He's like, I'm in such a sticky situation, right? Cause it's like, he didn't do this to anybody in our friend group, but it's like, this is still like, that's so grimy. Like that needs, like, it needs to be addressed. Like, that is actually, like, that's not okay. Like, that's actually not okay. Yo, this was really good. You should take it to Hollywood. Like, nah, really, like, you could really make a movie out. Like, like, that is so crazy. Like, really think about it. This man tried to end his life, and his girlfriend got cracked by his friend. And that's what bro, is people going through real shit in real life, bro? Like, is people really going through bad stuff? I'm trying to tell you, bro, be grateful. Like, that doesn't even sound real. When he broke all of this down to me, bro, I was in awe. But it's like, you my man's gang. Like, I never would ever expect my mans to do something like this, bro. But it's like, to me, I don't, like, as my mans, you ain't do nothing grimy to me. You ain't do nothing grimy to the people around us that we love. So at the end of the day, all I'm going to do is tell you you're weird as hell for doing that, but I'm not going to cut you. You ain't do that shit to me. But I'm going to let you know that you weird. Because that's really my brother, bro. See, if my brother does something grimy to people outside of our family, that's still my brother at the end of the day. I'm going to stick with him no matter what. But I'm going to let you know, bro, that shit was weird. That shit was weird as hell. Now, other people, you don't even have a brother. Bro, that's my brother. But obviously, I don't have a brother. I'm saying brother as in, that's not actually my blood brother. But we're close like we're brothers, bro. This been my nigga since mad young. Like how Bloody is your brother? Yeah. We all in the same friend group. Bloody, Security, Tony, Shotty. Shotty been on stream. Some of you guys may have seen him a couple of times. He got the long ass dress. Yeah, I know y'all seen him on stream. Y'all might not know him because he hasn't really like talked too much on stream. But yeah. Bro, chat, we all like this, bro. Like, it's really a family. Drinking this shit like it's a beer. Nah, this Brit's good as hell, bro. Chill. Alright. But once again, that's the end of the story. Anybody who wasn't there for the whole thing, I'm gonna post a VOD. I'm gonna probably end up making like an actual TikTok out this shit too. Who knows? But is the girl good looking? She's decent. I mean, like, she not top, but she not really my type. But I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? She got some ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel me? She got some. Feel me? But now that the story's over, what the fuck? Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Chat. This was a peak story time.
And my tubies, all the bullshit made me grin. It's just funny, it's so stupid.